You will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. So what I want to share with you this week is about interviewing loved ones before they were gone. So I have a great mentor. His name's Brendon Burchard. And a number of years ago, he lost his dad to leukemia. And it was only 59 days from the diagnosis to when he passed away. Well, during that time, Brendon was intentional and asked his dad some life interview questions. When growing up in your hometown, what was it like being a kid in your hometown? What did you like to do before high school? What were your teenage years like? When did you meet mom? When did you know mom was the one? When was a time that you were struggling? And what did you do to get out of it? What do you feel were the 3 greatest lessons in life? What is it that you would love to tell your younger self based on what you know today? What would you like your grandkids know about choosing a career or a relationship? And I think that is so incredible and powerful. And he did have that window of time where he could do that. Well, sometimes we don't have that kind of window, or we don't know where the window is. And we can lose people just unexpectedly, and anything can happen at any time. So what I want to do is I wanted to share these questions with you this week. And for full disclosure, once again, these are Brendon's questions. I'm just sharing them with you. He posted these a number of years ago, but I wanted to share them with you so you may do the same thing with the loved ones in your life while you still can. I'm sharing this week. It's Thanksgiving week, right? So we're probably traveling to go break bread with family and friends, and it might be family we haven't seen in a while. Maybe there's situations we can't see our loved ones that often. I encourage you to take the time. Say, it might be mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, another mentor in your family, and say, hey, I'd love to let's go over here in this back room for 20 minutes. I'd like to just interview you and find out more about your life. And it's not just interviewing them, it is connecting with them. Finding out not just they were born here and married this date and graduated this date from this school. You get to know more about their motivation, their passion. What did they learn? What would they share? And ultimately, I see this as honoring them, that you are taking the time to find out more about them. I think we need to ask more questions from each other. We need to connect more. And there's so much knowledge out there that we can share. We do a lot of assuming of they know this and they grew up doing that. And we got to just ask these questions and honor them. So I encourage you to take the time to ask these questions to learn more from them. And I highly encourage you to record it, audio recording, because at some point, unfortunately, if someone may pass away, you will have that audio recording in their voice of that moment. You can also use that recording to share with your kids, grandkids, and other future generations. So I think this is an incredible thing that we can do to honor and respect our loved ones, that we can learn from each other, and while we still can, because there's a lot of people watching this right now who wish that they could still have the time to talk to one of their loved ones and ask them these kind of questions. So if you are blessed to have the opportunity where your parents, grandparents, your caregivers, they're still around, I encourage you to take the time to ask the questions, do the recording, and honor and respect them. A little voice in your head might say, oh, this is gonna be awkward. Hey, Dad, let's go in the garage. I'm gonna interview you. This would be weird. He would never do that. Okay, let's be awkward. Let's be awkward. Let's get awkward. Let's be a little awkward for 20 minutes, because it could have a lifetime effect of knowledge that we can learn from each other. And if we have a great connection with that loved one, we honor them in wanting to know more about them. Maybe if we don't have the greatest connection, this may be the moment to where we start to create that connection. So I think this is just too great not to share And I encourage everybody to do this with at least one loved one this week of Thanksgiving. So, it's about giving thanks and appreciation coming from gratitude, but also honoring those around us by learning more about them while we still can. Because as the saying go, you will never value the moment until it becomes memory. Take care. Have a great week.